So the first issue that he brought up, and this is like election security, election confidence. That's literally what the Democrats have been screaming about for over a year, prosecuting people, throwing them in jail, claiming Trump was shaking people's faith in free and fair elections. And so Biden has recently been trying to get through a couple of bills, voting rights bills that he claims will help to, I guess, allow people more freedom to vote than they currently have. At least that's his perspective on them. And he wasn't able to get them through. Manchin and Sinema did not go along with him on these bills, so he could not get them through the Congress. And so during his speech, and maybe I could get the story up here on the page. So during his speech, he had questioned then the legitimacy of these elections going forward. And what he said is, I'm not going to say it's going to be legit, Biden said when asked about, will we be able to have free and fair elections going forward? And he said, the increase and the prospect of being legitimate is in direct proportion to us not being able to get these reforms passed, talking about his bill. So literally, he's saying, if he can't write the rules on elections, then I guess we just can't trust the results of any elections. So, I mean, geez, literally, they've been trying to investigate Trump, throw him in jail, and everything else for apparently, shaking people's faith in fair elections. And here Biden is literally trying to say that elections going forward won't be able to be trusted. Anyways, you guys want to jump in on this now?
Yeah, I think by process of elimination, that says that the election that elected him is not to be trusted either.
Exactly.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
And the look on his face right there, to answer the question, dangerous or just stupid, I think just stupid is answered by the look on his face.
or maybe Jesse Nile, and I don't even know where he's at. But this is the problem with the whole democratic idea of things. So when it was Trump, he's undermining democracy by questioning the outcomes of elections. He's trying to incite insurrection, and on they went, and people are being prosecuted because of the trespass onto Capitol Hill, and they call that an insurrection, and all of these things, all because Trump was trying to undermine democracy because he was questioning the 2020 election. But now we have Biden. We don't even have an election in place yet, all right? He's talking about elections going forward. All of a sudden now, these bills, these things that they are trying to pass, which some of it are unconstitutional and probably illegal, and they're trying to say now, these elections they may not be legitimate because we do not have the correct rules in place. They're talking about voter rights. Where in America people are not allowed to vote? Where is that happening? That is say that somebody went up to the polls and said, no, you can't vote because you're too old, you're too black, you're too white, you're too Hispanic, or whatever. Where is that happening in America? Part of their bills also, they don't want voter ID, okay? They don't want voter ID. You know why? Because voter ID somehow is racist. Imagine that. These people are sick, okay? They are sick. And we have a sick president, and he is mentally ill to me as far as I'm concerned. He's definitely on cognitive decline. God help us over the next 3 years.
Well, you know what I can't help but notice, Leon, with all this voter ID stuff and the idea that Democrats appear to be so racist, they think that black people apparently run around without IDs. I guess,
yeah, really.
Which is just crazy. I mean, when I put my kid in Little League, I literally have to provide a picture of the birth certificate. I have to show documents to show that he lives in the district just to play Little League baseball. I mean, so they want to verify his age because, I mean, the main thing they're concerned about is that people will cheat in baseball. I mean, imagine that. The idea that people would cheat, right? And we're talking about elections here too, right? But I mean, with Little League baseball, they're concerned that somebody might try to get their kid in as a younger so into a younger age group, so he can just dominate the competition. But the idea that they're going to literally ask for all those documents, or you simply can't play baseball, okay? And I mean, and we see this constantly. I mean, you have a bank; they're not just gonna hand you over money because you waltz in and say, "Hey, I'm Bill Gates. Can you?"
Give me $1 million.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
give me
give
$1
me
million.
don't worry, I'm good for it, right? I mean, they're going to want to see some ID, at some point. So I just, some of this stuff is just beyond lunacy as far as, saying that you've taken away somebody's right to vote simply because you literally just want to ensure that there's a little bit of security on the election.
Or integrity of the elections. But
Yeah.
when you think about the many places or times that we have to use ID to identify ourselves. I mean, I go to the pharmacy to pick up a prescription. They don't ask me to show ID, but at least make me verify something that is connected to me, whether a telephone number or some kind of ID to make sure that I am who I say I am in picking up the medication. I mean, you go to the bank, as you mentioned, Jason. You go to give blood. You go to do. What are they trying? You go on a plane. What are they trying to say? Black people don't do this. We don't do none of this. I mean, this is racist garbage when you think about it. This is George. This is Jim Crow 2.0. Biden like to speak about Jim Crow 2.0. This is Jim Crow 2.0. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, always and forever.